Good afternoon and welcome to the LNER Community Stadium. It is Game 7 of the 2023 Summer Bash, and it is a huge clash as 4th against 5th in the Betfred Championship clash here. Halifax Panthers taking on Batley Bulldogs. Craig Lingard's side have produced some big performances in 2023, including a win last time out when they beat Toulouse Olympique 17-16. And they'll be looking to overtake Halifax in the table today. The Bulldogs have won 5 of their last 6 Betfred Championship matches. Their one defeat, an 18-26 home defeat to Featherstone in round 8. On their last trip to the Bash, Batley broke numerous Summer Bash records. Craig Lingard's side beat Dewsbury by 60 points to 6 in the Heavy Woolen Derby, and this was the most tries scored by one side, the widest margin and biggest score in the event history. Halifax have won their last 3 Betfred Championship matches and gave a good account of themselves last weekend against the world champion St Helens in the Betfred Challenge Cup, losing by 26 points to 6. Simon Griggs' side sit above Batley due to a better points difference. Halifax have already defeated Batley once by 20 points to 16 at the start of March. Despite trailing at the break, the Panthers began to assert their dominance on the way to that success. Halifax have also won the previous 2 meetings between these two sides. Here's the Halifax side then. James Woodburn-Hall at fullback, Zach McComb, Jake Mason, Ben Tubbs, Lachlan Walmsley, Louis Jouffret and Tom Inman. Up front, William Colcott, Brandon Moore, Dan Murray, Ben Kavanagh, Matt G and Jacob Fairbank. Interchanges, Kyle Wood, Adam Tangata, Kevin Leroyer and Ryan Lannon. Craig Lingard's side, the Batley Bulldogs, their line-up with Aidan McGowan at fullback, Dale Morton, Josh Hodgson, Kieran Buchanan and Elliot Keir on the wing. Ben White and Josh Woods are the half-backs. Up front, Adam Gledhill, Luke Blake and Thomas Lillicrop. And the back 3, Dane Manning, Lucas Walshaw and Martin Riley. On the bench, James Meadows, Niall Flynn, Michael Ward and George Senior. Time to bring in my co-commentator this afternoon, Gemma Kay. Gemma, welcome to the Bash, welcome to Game 7. This has potential to be the game of the weekend.
Yeah, definitely. I think these two sides met earlier on in the competition, didn't they? And it were a really close encounter, and I think there were only one try in it. So I'm really looking forward to this game today to see how these two fare out.
You've had a look through the team sheets. Who should we be looking for? Pick a couple of players out on each side for us.
I think James Meadows, when he comes off the bench for Batley, I think he's a really destructive player, and I think he'll add a lot to this Batley side. But look, through both sides, there's talent throughout, isn't there? I think that you need to be looking for your hooker there, Brandon Moore from Halifax. He's a class player, and he'll push this Halifax team around the park today.
Last year at Headingley, Halifax took on Bradford. That was a fiery encounter, wasn't it, last year at Headingley? It was probably the game of the weekend, to be fair, last year. Halifax are always involved in some thrillers at the Bash. Yeah,
definitely, and these two are neighbours, aren't they? You know, so it's a local rivalry today, and I think it'll be a really close game, and it always is when these two meet each other, and they'll be out on the line. They'll want one over on each other, and the teams have brought some fans with them, so they'll be looking forward to get behind them today.
It is not as warm as yesterday here in York. The sun has just decided to join us. It's a little bit on the chilly side, on the side of the ground we're on. We've both had to still got the shorts on, but we've had to run for the jumpers from the car. It is a little bit colder. Here is a few Halifax fans to our right. I'm excited for this one. Of course, Craig Lingard's been forced into a couple of changes. Ben Kay not here today. He's got a neck injury. Was talking to Ben just before kick-off. If it had been September, October playoff time, he probably would have been good to go, but at this time it's just not worth the risk, is it? No,
definitely not with injuries like that and key players like he is, you know, and injuries like that, you can't put a player out just because they're a good player. But look, there's talent throughout the pack, and it's going to be a close game today.
So here come the two sides onto the field. Brandon Moore leading that Halifax side on. It's going to be exciting. Our officials here this afternoon, Elliot Burrow and Tara Jones are the touch judges. Tara put 60 minutes in at Headingley on Friday for the St Helens women. And our match referee is James Vella. I think it was nearer 70 minutes Tara played on Friday as well.
Yeah, to have a stint like that and then 2 days later come out and touch judge a game. Full credit to her. Yeah, she's a fantastic player, and just as good an official.
Yeah, she's a good official. I've seen Tara do a few games, Challenge Cup games, covered a couple of years ago, and she was the referee on both occasions. It will be Louis Jouffret to get us underway then. It is Game 7 of the Betfred Summer Bash here at the LNER Community Stadium. As Louis Jouffret gets us underway, here we go then, Game 7. And Batley will get first use of the football, and it's a great chase there from Halifax as Woods gets into dummy half. Here is Elliot Keir off the wing, the Welsh international. Highly experienced player is Elliot Keir. Here's Martin Riley. Blake, who's taken over from Ben Kay in the hooking role this afternoon in at dummy half. Halifax in the blue and white, Batley in the cerise and fawn, as they like to call it. As Adam Gledhill gets them 10 short of halfway. It's going to be the last tackle. Come to this left-hand side with Woods. It's going to be straight down the throat of James Woodburn-Hall, and Woodburn-Hall will get back to the 40-metre line, and Halifax will be happy with that opening defensive set. Yeah, good defence there by Halifax, and good running by the person who caught that ball, but they'll be wanting to get some more field position now, will Halifax, and work this Batley side and get them further up the field. Brandon Moore at dummy half. Here is Dan Murray over the halfway line as Moore waits again. Goes to that left-hand side. It's Moore again at dummy half, pointed left to Jouffret. Jouffret takes the line on. Jouffret's almost through. Great flick pass to Brandon Moore, and Halifax are in. It's taken exactly 100 seconds, and Halifax are ahead by 4 points to 0. Great work from Louis Jouffret. Brandon Moore as all good hookers following up, and Fax lead by 4 points to 0. Yeah, fantastic here. He just gets the ball out of dummy half, and it's a fantastic pass, this run here. Straightens up his defenders, straight through the line, and fantastic flick pass there as he's falling to the ground, and a really good finish there. So the Halifax captains setting the Panthers on their way here this afternoon. But we can trace the origins of that try back to that first defensive set. They got a really good starting position, didn't they? Yeah, they did. That really good defensive set there. They started, you know, about what 30 metres out from their own line, 40 metres out from their own line, and they just plugged the ball. They kept going down the middle, quick play of the ball, and fantastic try. As Louis Jouffret tags on the extras here at the LNER Community Stadium, Halifax Panthers lead by 6 points to 0. Here's the try again, Gemma. Yeah, fantastic step there, and he puts his defender on the wrong foot, and that's such a hard skill as you fall into the floor to just push the ball out. It's an extremely hard skill that to do, and fantastic try. So Halifax then with second use of this ball, 100% so far as Will Colcott with the carry gets 15 away from the line. Moore waits at dummy half. Here is Murray again. Put to ground just short of the 30. Brandon Moore forced back to the open side. Looked like they were trying to overload that short side then, didn't it? Yeah, and they brought it back in the middle, and that's what's really good about your forwards, that sometimes they can see stuff a bit differently your other players can, and brought that back into the middle to gain a bit more yardage on this side of the field. It's Matty G waits at dummy half. Good hands again, and Halifax letting the ball do the talking at the moment. On this last tackle, it's going to come to this right-hand side, and Louis Jouffret, all the middle are offside. The sides aren't, but it's well dealt with by Aidan McGowan. And it's a good return as well from the Batley fullback. Yeah, he's made some really good yardage there, really good take. There were a lot of Halifax defenders there coming up for the ball, but fantastic take from the young lad, and he made some really good metres off that. Dale Morton, another experienced campaigner with the carry. Here's Tom Lillicrop. Lillicrop's lost it going into contact. That's a big error from Batley, and Halifax have got A-star field position again. Just good contact, and it's an accidental clash of heads, isn't there? And of course player safety takes full priority in these days, and it's just a good hard strong run, and yeah, it's just a clash of heads. So
it were a good tackle as well, to be fair. I mean, he's come off worse from that, but really good tackle there by the Halifax defender. He knocked that ball free, didn't he? And unfortunately I think he's come off worse from that. Yeah, Ben Kavanagh should be going for a head assessment. I won't say will. The Doc's on there as well. I think they're both going for a head injury assessment. So there's going to be a couple of early changes for both sides. Yeah, so Lillicrop is a HIA. And they're both HIA changes, so Ben Kavanagh has gone to sideline as well. Niall Flynn is the man who has come on for Batley. I think that's Ryan Lannan who's come on. There's more from the base of this scrum then, to the right to Jouffre. Here is Jake Mason. As McComb waits at dummy half. Gets it infield to G. More to that left-hand side. Here's Inman to Jouffre. Good ball and all tackle. Almost rode it, did Ben Tibbs. Just couldn't quite find that offload as Lachlan Walmsley gets it back in field. Here is Ryan Lannan out there for that concussion changes. More at dummy half. Danger here for Batley again. As Colcott straightens up. Last tackle, 5 away from the line. More to this right-hand side. Jouffre drops it onto the boot, and that's great cover from Kieran Buchanan, and Batley survived. But Halifax, Gemma, asking lots and lots of questions of this Batley defence at the moment. Yeah, they're just making... would have been a risky pass there. But yeah, they're just making yardage out the Halifax. They're just getting up the field a lot quicker than Batley at the minute, and having a bit more success with the ball. But they'll be wanting to turn that success into more points on the board, I think. Dale Morton then gets them outside their own 20. Blake at dummy half. Comes to this right-hand side. Here is Kieran Buchanan in to help the forwards out. As Blake jumps from dummy half. So it's Elliot Keir in off the wing. And the 5 short of halfway on the last tackle. It's back with Woods again on the left boot. Again, he's put it straight down the throat of Woodburn Hall, and he gets it to the championship's leading try scorer, Lachlan Walmsley, and there's always an edge of anticipation every time he gets the ball. But Batley have got to improve this kicking game. They can't keep putting it straight down the throat of James Woodburn Hall. Yeah, not someone with the amount of talent that he's got. You know, try and get it out to your wings a bit, you know, put a bit of pressure on these kickers, but he were a straight ball straight down his throat then, and he's a player you don't want running at you. Make sure it hits the grass. I'm a big believer in kicks hitting grass. There's more at dummy half. Comes to this right-hand side to Jouffre. Here is G. There's more again at dummy half. To that left-hand side. Fairbank out at the back finds Inman. Little dab over the top from Inman, but Del Morton's going to watch that over the sideline and kicking early, just trying to catch Batley out. Yeah, definitely. It was quite a good kick. That I just don't think his wingers were on the same page as he dropped that little kick over the top. But they're doing really well at Halifax. They're testing this Batley side, and that could have easily been 4-pointer there. So it will be a lateral turnover in centre field, and Halifax again looking to get some line speed. Looking to put pressure on this Batley attack. It's come to this left-hand side
with Dane Manning. Popped up again for Gledhill. But again, this Halifax defence is strong. Blake, the dummy half, looks to pinch a few metres on his own, gets 15 short of halfway. Buchanan waits at dummy half, goes to the right to Riley. Riley will get 5 short of halfway. Good after contact metres there from Martin Riley on the last tackle to this left-hand side. Here is Woods again. In the air, same result, straight down the throat of James Woodburn-Hall, who flings it across field to Lachlan Walmsley, and Walmsley trying to catch some slow chase on that far side. He's going backwards. Great defence from the Bulldogs, but another poor kick.
Yeah, like you said, you alluded to it earlier on the floor. You don't see it as much these days in rugby league. You know, test the ball, get the ball on the floor. When a rugby ball bounces off the floor, you don't know where it's going, and both the kicks so far have been straight down the throat of the Halifax player.
If a kick's caught on the full and the fullback's made good ground to catch it on the full, fair enough.
Yeah.
But when he's not having to move or take 2 steps to take it, that's the kind of kick those are the kind of ones I don't like.
Yeah, exactly. You know, your wingers and your fullbacks, a lot of them read the player that's going to kick the ball, and if they're already set up in a position, you don't want to be kicking it down the throat, because they know where they're going, and they've probably already planned the run out before you've even kicked the ball. So, yeah, get it on the floor and let's have this ball bouncing. Jufrey
on the last tackle was just taken maybe half a second late. Everything's okay. James Vella's just looking back to check out. Ball's returned. Dale Morton goes from dummy half. Don't forget, one more game after us tonight. Huge derby. Keithley against Bradford. That has the making. Oh, he's not played that right. That's an error. No, I'm sorry, Dale Morton, you can't do that. And that's the second Batley error. Just trying to play it too quickly. Yeah, you don't want to be giving possession up there. You're not even in the other half of the field yet, and it's sometimes you want to get up and play the ball fast, don't you? But you have to regain your feet. This was good defence though on the back of that kick, wasn't it, when Lachlan Walmsley went backwards? Yeah, exactly, and he'll be a player with Lachlan Walmsley that Batley will want to keep under the key today, because once he gets the ball and he's off, and he's hard to stop, isn't he? Murray will play it to Moore. Inman out the back to Jouffre. Good ball, finds G. G's away, needs support. Has he got support? No. And somebody's been taken out in the back, and it's going to be the first penalty of the afternoon awarded by James Vella. Halifax are getting through too easy at the moment, aren't they? Yeah, I think they were screaming for this, so Halifax out on the wings. This could have gone, I think, another one, but, you know, consequently they've got a penalty on the back of this, but just this ball here, they'll be looking to go for one here, but yeah, it comes off in their favour and they get a penalty through it. Fairbank 10 away from the line. Here's another penalty. And as a well-respected pundit friend of mine always used to say, penalty, penalty, try. We'll see from here. So here come Halifax again, not opting to take the 2 on offer. Moore at dummy half to Inman. Jouffre gets it to G again. A Batley defender's fallen over in there as Inman at dummy half to Woodburn-Hall. Woodburn-Hall trying to fight out of that Batley defence, but he's going backwards and put to ground 10 away from the line. As Moore at dummy half. Brandon Moore, 1 try already, looking for a second good leg drive. He's millimetres short. As Jouffre at dummy half to Murray. Here's Inman onto the boot, and again it's taken easily, and that's the second time that Tom Inman's kicked, and their outside backs have not been ready for it. No, that were really good defence, to be fair, by Batley. They were up quick on the kicker there. I think they could see the overlap that was coming from Halifax on the other side, but really good kick pressure there by Batley to stop that ball rolling through a bit further. And they've got a set restart as well. It's Ben White at dummy half, gets it to Martin Riley. And they're 10 short of halfway. Blake at dummy half, goes to that right-hand side to White again. Here's Josh Hodson. White then to Martin Riley, drops it off to Adam Gledhill. As Blake waits at dummy half again. Here is Riley. Will go short this time for Niall Flynn. Here's Woods. This one's high. This one, there might be a competition on this one. There is, but Woodburn Hall solid as under the pressure from McGowan.
That's a better kick there by Batley. They've got a bit more of the field possession there, but a better kick from them, and put the player who got that under a bit of pressure to catch that ball.
As Jouffre waits at dummy half, goes to that left edge. Here's Ben Tibbs. Here is Murray. Here's Jouffre, pops it out to G again. There's more on the last tackle, gets it to Jouffre. Here is Woodburn Hall. Easily taken though by Aidan McGowan. Bad news for both camps. Both head injury assessments have been failed, so they will be classed now as full interchanges. It's a blow for both sides. Yeah,
definitely. Head injuries are bad anyway, but to have two of them out, one off of each side, you just hope that, you know, obviously failed the HCA, aren't they? But hopefully, you know, they'll be all right in a few weeks' time to go again. But like you said, devastating blow for both teams there.
Here is Riley. Batley are just working its way back into this. They've got numbers here this time as Flynn goes again. Gets over halfway. What kick have they got this time? It's back with Woods again. Again, Woods goes high. Again, Woodburn Hall will field. No pressure on him. He's got time to look up and pick his defender, and picks that defender as Gledhill, but Gledhill brings him to ground on the 20. Got to sort these last players out, Batley.
Yeah, they need to be utilising the wingers a bit more. You know, crossfield kicks, we haven't seen any of them by Batley so far. And like you said, the ball's just going straight up. And I think it's Woodburn Hall that's catching them all the time.
Here's Tibb, 10 short of halfway. Inman at dummy half. Gets that to Lil. To Colcott. Right on halfway. Moore picks up one-handed and goes. Catch the markers, just maybe having a little snooze on the last tackle. Fairbank at dummy half. Comes to the right to Jouffre under heavy traffic. Gets the kick away though. Going to let that bounce. It takes a favourable bounce for Halifax, but McGowan does well. Sets off back in field and he's met by Jacob Fairbank, and that's one person you don't run at. Yeah,
I felt that from up here, that tackle. And he had him signed up then, didn't he? The minute the young lad got the ball there and turned to run, he sighted him up and put him down there. Really good tackle.
Morton with the carry. Here's Kieran Buchanan. He's got a bit of roll on here. Some good quick play of the balls as Josh Hodson. It's a good set this from Batley. They've made some good meters. Let's see what they've got in the locker this time. They'll go the other side to White. First time he's kicked, they're going to go high though. Again, it's a little bit... Oh, Woodburn Hall's dropped it. Definitely a knock-on. Potential for a penalty for offside. It is going to be a penalty.
Really good play there by Batley. Really good play. It's a better kick we've been on about this kicking game. And it puts pressure on Woodburn Hall there. And, yeah, fantastic effort by Batley.
And after all the bigging up for James Woodburn Hall we've done and catching balls, there we go.
It's hard though when you're under that and you pressure, and you look at the player that's running towards you, and I think he just looked up quickly there and puts a bit of doubt in your mind that you're going to be able to catch that. But yeah, he won't be happy with that.
Here at Batley then, first time in the Halifax red zone as Gledhill is a metre or so away from the line. Blake waits at dummy half. Goes short to Riley. Look forward that, but Riley's going to be held up a metre short of the line. Blake again. Gets it back to Woods, who practices the juggling but goes the other way to White. Here's Hodgson in just to straighten things up and give Batley another starting point as Blake at dummy half to Woods again. Here is Kieran Buchanan. Buchanan's turn, look to offload but hangs on. Last tackle. You'd think they'd be looking for repeats at minimum here, Batley, as Woods again goes high but not that long. Good's been caught. Back to Lucas Walshaw. Lucas Walshaw for the line. Has been ruled offside.
That were unlucky. That I think they were looking to swing the ball out to the wingers there. Like you said, offside there. So
great work, great tap back.
Great attacking in the ball there to jump up for that ball, and you know you've got a defender in front of you. So that's great good commitment there from the Batley player.
So Halifax start 15 short of halfway. Adam Tangata is out there now as Dan Murray with the carry. Moore at dummy half. Here is Tangata. Moore again to the left hand side. Murray will find Inman. Drops the ball off to Fairbank. There's Moore at dummy half. To this right hand side to Murray. Here is Jouffre. Woodburn Hall chiming in, floats it over the top to Zach McComb, and McComb cuts back into centre field. Looks to find somebody having a nap on the inside, but he's going to be put to ground. 22 away from the line. Another chance here then for the Panthers as Brandon Moore waits at dummy half. To this right hand side, and Jouffre, short pass to G. G's got through. Oh, out the back door to Woodburn Hall. What a try for the Halifax Panthers.
Fantastic try that.
What a pass from Matty G. Louis Jouffre to the fore again in all of that. 20 minutes gone here at the LNER Stadium, and the Panthers lead by 10 points to 0.
I think it was Jouffre here again. Yeah, he gets the ball out, and he's been fantastic so far. Fantastic flat ball that, and great run there by Matty G, and another flick pass there, and fantastic finish by Woodburn Hall there for Halifax.
This offload.
Fantastic finish that. Absolutely fantastic offload. Like we said earlier, it's so hard to do when you fall into the ground. To flick the ball out is skill. It's fantastic.
That's two now. Here's Jouffre then with the conversion attempt, just going through the routine. And here it is, kicked on its way, and the flags are up here at the LNER Community Stadium. It's game 7 of the Summer Bash. Halifax lead by 12 points to 0. Here's the try again, Gemma.
Yeah, like you said, here's Jouffre. It's the feet, it's the fantastic feet there. Great break through the line, and that pass is sublime. Absolutely fantastic, and then great finish for Woodburn Hall to be able to catch that and then to finish off the try. Fantastic try there for Halifax.
And full credit to Elliot Kay for trying to prevent it as well. Didn't give up. As Aidan McGowan gets us back underway. Jouffre fields. Here comes Adam Tangata. Good defence though from the Bulldogs. As Jouffre at dummy half to Fairbank. Goes short to Murray. Moore at dummy half. Here is Jacob Fairbank again. As Moore waits at dummy half. They're going to try that left hand side with ball's just gone onto the ground there, as it's collected though by Jake Mason. Last tackle. G at dummy half. Back to Jouffre. Everybody's onside apart from the markers. And that's given us play on. He was offside. He was involved in the ruck. There were two of them offside. He was one of them.
He did well, did McGowan there to catch that ball. Spiralling kick, wasn't it? I think a bit colder, it might have had snow on it.
As Morton with the carry. It's Batley make a change. Here is could be that difference now. James Meadows is out there. So that's pushed Ben White into the 9. And James Meadows is going to come in and play at half-back. And there is White at dummy half to Martin Riley. It's White then. Here is Meadows. First action of the game, and it's a high kick, and Woodburn Hall safe this time under the high ball. Decides to come to this right side, and Zach McComb. Jouffret dummy half to Lachlan Walmsley. And Walmsley, oh, good strong tackle by Dane Manning, and Walmsley's felt that one a little bit. Oh, and it's going to be a set restart. Just a little bit extra unnecessary, that, wasn't it, from Dane Manning?
Yeah, well, great push back there though by Batley. The pushed Panthers back past the 20 there.
There's Ryan Lannon. Moore at dummy half. Here is Tangata. There's Moore to Murray. Oh, almost another break there for Halifax as Jouffret. Oh, it's been misread that time by Matt G, and that's going to be a knock-on.
Thought the ball had gone backwards there.
Here's this shot again on Lachlan Walmsley. No, nothing wrong with that.
I think they're always interesting, them tackles. They're always twist tackles, and a lot of people say, you know, the legs go above the head, but it were a control tackle, and he just twisted in the tackle, but yeah, he put him to ground there.
Ball trapped in the backers. Morton with the carry. Offload though, finds Ben White. Chance for some second phase here for Ben White. Set restart for the Bulldogs as Meadows at dummy half. Riley will just drop it off to Gledhill. White to the left to Meadows. Meadows will go short to Niall Flynn. There's White then at dummy half to Riley. Short again, offload, back to White. Here is Meadows, 4-on-2. Meadows, long pass, wasn't the best to Morton. Morton's going to have to come back in field, and Morton's trapped 3 away from the line. Hodson at dummy half to Meadows. Here is Riley. Tangata's done really well there to get in his face quickly. As White waits at dummy half, gets it to Meadows. Meadows dummies and goes, just can't get the arm free. Just didn't have anybody on the shoulder. As White then at dummy half goes short to Manning, and Manning has lost it, and that will be a turnover on that last tackle.
Yeah, we're disappointing for Batley. They were screaming for it out the back. I think they might have had an overlap actually down here. Yeah, White when he passed the ball there, I think it was Josh Woods out the back there that was screaming for the ball out, and I think they'd have been in if they'd have pushed that ball out a bit further wide.
As Jouffret dummy half gets it to Furbank. Dan Murray's gone for a breather. As Jouffret dummy half. Here's Kevin Laroyer out there now. As Moore waits at dummy half. Fairbank again. Inman pops it up to Ryan Lannon. It's Moore again to Tangata. No look pass. Nice, like that. I'm a big fan of a no look pass.
They're good when they pay off. When they don't, they're a coach's nightmare.
As Jouffret on the last tackle, testing. And what a time. Elliot Keir has just got in at the corner for the Bulldogs from the base of a scrum. Ball was moved, floated over, and Keir squeezed in at the corner, and Gemma, Batley back in it.
Yeah, they've been really dominant, haven't they, in the last 5-10 minutes of Batley, and they're really asking questions of this Halifax defence. Fantastic from the outset, really good kick first of all, but then to bring the play out, and I think they leave one of the Halifax wingers hung out and dry really there, and fantastic pass and really good acrobatic finish down in corner.
Here is James Meadows then with this conversion attempt off this left-hand touchline. Here is Meadows trying to curl it round. Saw him practice earlier and he did exactly the same thing. It's drifted over the face of the post, so an 8-point ball game. 12-4. Let's see the try again, Gemma.
Here we go. Yeah, it's from the scrum here, and they do really well. You see this a lot in rugby where the ball's held up at the back of the scrum, but fantastic floating pass over the top. And like I said, that winger comes in, and it's a really hard decision as a winger. Do you come in or not? You'll see it again here just in a minute as the ball's coming out, and fantastic floated pass.
A big influence in that try as well from Aidan McGowan, because he made a really late switch from right to left, which gave them that extra number as well.
Yeah, and it confuses your defenders when that happens, and really good play by Batley, and they're back in this.
Hodson with this carry then. White at dummy half. Batley have sparked since White's gone to 9 and Meadows has come on at 6, haven't they?
Yeah, it's like they're a different team, isn't it? They've just come out of the blocks even better as he's come on. But like I said, they're asking questions of this Halifax defence now, and they're looking a dangerous side.
And a set restart will help as well as Gledhill gets to halfway. White at dummy half. Comes to this left-hand side to Dane Manning, former Halifax player. As White then a dummy half again. Has options, has Flynn. Good run from Nye Flynn. As White at dummy half. Will go short to Manning again. His second carry in this set. And Dane Manning's, he's a big boy. He's hard to put down. As White waits at dummy half. Goes to the right-hand side to Woods. Woods to Meadows. Numbers here. Meadows. Oh, it needed to go.
I think they all thought that pass were going to go then. But look at the field position they're in now.
As Woods then, here's McGowan into the line. He's running up a blind blue and white alley there, and on the last tackle, probably not the best option, Gemma.
No, like I said, they've made, what, 80 metres, 70 metres upfield, and they'll be disappointed with that. Craig Lingwood will be really disappointed that that set won't finished off a bit better. You know, maybe a kick to challenge the defenders a bit, but they'll want a really good defensive, and they'll want to keep Halifax in this down their side of the field.
And as you can see, that Batley defence has jammed in. Elliot Keir on the wing. He's on the wing when the next defender was level with the post.
Like you said, it's a team they've just gone into a different gear of Batley now, and they're playing really well and really bringing it to this Halifax side.
Brandon Moore claps the hands, wants to play the ball quicker from Zach McComb. Here is Jake Mason. James Vella trying to get these sides online, and Moore's lost that, and Michael Ward, and we'll come back for the knock-on first of all. But it's a good turn. It's a turnover in good field position for Batley.
Yeah, definitely. It's just in front of us here, isn't it? Just on the halfway line, and Batley will be wanting to get another one on the board potentially before the half-time whistle here.
Would certainly make it an interesting half-time team talk for both for Grixie and for Craig Lingard.
Yeah, definitely. It's all been about Halifax, really, hasn't it? First of all, and then Batley from nowhere, like you said, some really crucial changes from the bench, and they just seem to be a different side.
White from the base of the scrum then finds Woods. Here is Kieran Buchanan. Again, another set restart. That's the 4th set restart Batley have had so far. I don't think they should be giving restarts on the first tackle as well. They should be giving penalties, but that's a debate for another time. As Meadows then Meadows dummies and goes. Oh, that should have gone. Morton had chance down that right wing because Lachlan Walmsley had bitten the apple there, so to speak.
Yeah, definitely. They're looking really, really hot now at Batley, running this ball up, and they're making really good field position.
Oh, Michael Ward was fuming he didn't get that pass then from Niall Flynn. As White at dummy half goes the right-hand side to Meadows. Meadows on the crash ball. Comes Josh Hodgson. White again at dummy half to Meadows. Woods is passes. Oh, that's well taken.
Good take that. He was spinning in the tackle there, wasn't he? Really good take.
By Kieran Buchanan on this last tackle. It's back with Woods again. Crossfield kick. Jump ball. It's taken by a Batley player. Ball's down on the ground and it's ended up in Halifax hands, and they're being really stretched defensively, Halifax, at the moment.
Yeah, they are. You haven't seen much field position from Halifax at the minute, and they've had a lot of defending, and that'll take a lot out of the tank. So I think they'll be looking forward to half time.
So Halifax looking to clear through their own end. Oh, here's a break for Tibbs. Lucas Walshaw's done well to get that there, and Lucas Walshaw's knocked it on while trying to steal the ball off Ben Tibbs, so it will be head and feed to Halifax here.
They tried to go for the one-on-one rip there, and that were really clever. But unfortunately, I think he just mishandled it as they were going down in the tackle there.
Great run though from Ben Tibbs for Halifax.
Yeah, fantastic run there by Tibbs. He breaks the line, doesn't he? And with his feet there, he's just trying to get fry on the defender. But like I said, goes on with a one-on-one rip there with. I think it's Lucas Walshaw, isn't it? And he's really unlucky not to keep hold of that ball.
So here we go then. Scrum's 9 metres inside the Batley half. Got 2:15 left on the game clock. The clock on our screen is for guidance only. James Vella not happy with how that scrum's all gone down, and more from the base of it then to Jouffre. Here is Jake Mason. Jouffre at dummy half. Here is Kevin Laroyer. Moore at dummy half to Inman. Oh, Michael Ward did not miss there. He's trying to steal the ball. He's not managed to. What a shot from the Irish international.
Yeah, fantastic. He was unlucky not to get that ball away then. I think it was Adam Tangana, wasn't it? He was really unlucky not to get the ball there. I think he'd have been through for a four-pointer.
Fairbanks lost it in that tackle. I don't think Fairbanks too impressed with that call, but I've never seen a referee change his mind yet. So
yeah, I think he thought he were ripped out there, but the referee can see better than us being stood down there on the pitch. Yeah, it's still hard to see from that angle.
Yeah, we've not seen it from that one, but
I think there might have been a bit of niggle in the play of the ball there, but.
So one last set for Batley. They're 90 metres away from the line, and there are 30 seconds left on the official game clock. As McGowan jumps from dummy half. Buchanan in at dummy half now. Safety first from the Bulldogs. 10 seconds left as White then to Woods. Here is Ward. Will we have time for another play? Potentially not. No, there's the half-time whistle from James Vella. Michael Ward and Adam Tangata just discussing things a little bit there after that tackle, but half-time here in Game 7 of the Summer Bash. It's Halifax 12, Batley 4. Great first half, Gemma.
Yeah, fantastic first half, and I think we knew we were going to be close, and I think the first 20 minutes were all about Halifax, and you'll see here how they started the game really, really strong, didn't they? And that's a fantastic run, that. Fantastic run, and just a flick pass there, and a fantastic finish there by you. And you'll see it here again. It's just a flick pass. That is it's such a hard skill to do. Fantastic run. And look at that. That's fantastic. So hard to do when you fall into the ground there. An easy finish under the sticks.
This is the second Halifax try. Jouffre, good ball to Angie.
Same again. I think it might be something they've been practicing on the training pitch, these flick passes, because that's the second one there for Halifax.
That's a no-looker from Matty G.
Yeah, it's a fantastic pass, and that's when you need to know your teammates are there with you, and he'll have heard him screaming for that ball, and he knows that he's going to catch that ball.
One more angle on this one. Watch, not looking. There you go.
That's fantastic. Great finish.
And here's the Batley try. Elliot Kia from this scrum. Just trap that ball in, don't they? And just trying to catch the Halifax players offside. And
yeah, fantastic floating pass. Like I said, you know, the Halifax player, he comes out, you'll see it here in a minute, and he pulls into the line really quickly, and he leaves that winger just out there on their own to just put the ball down.
But of course, McGowan had come in and created that extra man for the Bulldogs in there as well. But that's where we are, half-time here at the LNER Community Stadium. It's Game 7 of the 2023 Summer Bash. It's Halifax Panthers 12, Batley Bulldogs 4. Stay with us, we'll be back with the second half in a few moments' time. And welcome back to the LNER Community Stadium. It is Game 7 of the Summer Bash, where Halifax lead Batley Bulldogs by 12 points to 4. Tries of Brandon Moore and James Woodburn Hall for Halifax. Elliot Kia with the response for the Bulldogs. Matt Horton alongside Gemma Kay. Gemma, I'm going to put you on the spot and put you into the coach's boots. I'm going to take you first into Simon Griggs' changing room, and what do you think's been said in there at half-time?
I think he'll have been happy with the first half of that first half. You know, the first 20 minutes they were really dominant with Halifax. But you know, I think he'll say, look, we need to up the intensity a bit more, and you know, not let Batley into us, which they have been. Batley have been all over it in the last 15-20 minutes of that first half. So yeah, I think Griggs will have said to him, you know, we just play our game and we need to get back to basics, what we were doing at the beginning of the game.
And as James Vella blows time on for that second half, what will Craig Lingard have been saying in that Batley changing room?
Carry on how they were going, how they finished that first half. They finished it really well, didn't they? And they really looked like a force to be reckoned with in them last 15 minutes. So he'll be saying, you know, we just need to play our game and carry on what we were doing to finish that half off.
As Ryan Lannon with the carry. For me, the game changed when Ben White went to 9 and Meadows came in at half-back.
Yeah, definitely. He completely changed the game, didn't he? He just changed the outlook and the onset of the game. They just seemed to be a completely different team, did Batley, and yeah, they were great from onset throughout for that.
As Jouffre goes down that right-hand edge. As Jouffre across the field drops it off to Tangata, and Tangata puts the ground on halfway. Last tackle then for the Halifax Panthers as Moore at dummy half goes to the right-hand side. It's not the best kick, it's easily fielded on that far side by Elliot Kia. And it's a defensive win for Batley first up this second half, as Kieran Buchanan with the carry. That's Josh Hodson now with no shirt number on. As Batley then look to find a way back ever closer, as Gledhill with that carry. White at dummy half to Meadows, drops it off to Michael Ward. powerful run as ever from Michael Ward on the last tackle. Do you think Craig might have mentioned the kicking game as well?
Yeah, definitely. I think for both teams, haven't they? And they need to test both fullbacks a bit more. They've not really been tested. They've been straight down the throat of both of them. So I think that's something that needs to change in this game for one of them to come out and win this game.
It's James Woodburn-Hall with that carry here. Zach McComb. Jouffre at dummy half. Fairbank with that carry. There's Moore. Gets it to Ryan Lannon. And he's put to ground 10 short of halfway. It's Moore at dummy half. Kevin Laroyer on halfway. Last tackle.
They're really restricting this yardage of Batley, and that's something they weren't doing in the first half.
Inman with the kick will find the grass. There you go. That's that bouncing ball thing again, and oh, he's bounced up for him, and oh, and he's away. Huge chance here for Batley for Aidan McGowan. Wow.
You never let a rugby ball bounce. Should never let a rugby ball bounce, but full credit to, I think it was McGowan there, wasn't it? A fantastic run back by him, and he's got Batley straight back up this field again. Chance
here for Batley then with Manning. They've got good field position. It's the great place to start a set from as White to Gledhill. White waits again to this right hand side. Woods goes short to Michael Ward. Thought that was going out the back. As White then down the short side to Lucas Walshaw, and Walshaw winds it up. And Walshaw is 5 away from the line then. Last tackle, one of Batley got up the sleeve here as White at dummy half. Long pass finds Meadows. Meadows to Woods. Woods just drops it onto the floor. It's gone to Woodburn-Hall. It's been lost and it's been put down. Not quite sure who's got it. It's either Dane Manning or it's Kieran. It's either Dane Manning or Kieran Buchanan. Not quite sure who's got the try, but Batley are back in it.
Fantastic.
It's Halifax 12, Batley 8.
We've just been talking about the kick game. Fantastic pass there from McGowan, and I think it's Wood's fantastic kick there. And they were unlucky there that ball should have been booted out to get off the field of play, but fantastic kick through that. And
it's Dane Manning who's got the try.
Yeah, fantastic finish.
Did you see that young Halifax fan in the back of the stand there? Hands up in frustration, but that's perfect start second half, isn't it now?
Yeah, that's what they wanted to do. They've come straight out of the changing rooms and up on here, but yeah, they were unlucky there. Woodburn-Hall, like I said, I think he'll be disappointed with himself there. Should have pushed that ball into touch, you know, kicked it into the stands to get that ball out. But that comes from a call from your teammates, really, to say, you know, you've got two players coming at you. But yeah, really good try there by Batley.
James Meadows then to cut the lead to 2, unsuccessful with his first attempt from that similar kind of position, just a little bit further out. As Meadows then with the kick, this time is good. The flags are up here at the LNER Community Stadium. It is the 2023 Summer Bash. Game on, Gemma. Halifax 12, Batley 10.
Yeah, game on. I mean, the crowd's getting behind them now, isn't it? You can hear them from both sides of us. But yeah, fantastic kick there through. We've just seen it again. And look, he hesitated, didn't he? He hesitated there, did Woodburn-Hall, about putting it out. But yeah, great finish there by the Bulldogs.
Yeah, that ball should have been flying into the cinema next door here at the LNER Community Stadium. Time off's called. James Vella just wants that play the ball from Elliot Keir to be in the right position. As Buchanan with the carry. Gledhill, who's played without a break so far today.
He's put some really good runs in for a forward, and like you said, he's not had a break, has he? And he's put some really good yardage in for Batley.
As Flynn with that carry, White at dummy half. to Meadows. Meadows looking to take on Brandon Moore. Gets 5 inside the half on this last tackle then, as White gets it back to Woods. And oh, that's a much better kick. High spiralling torpedo bomb. They're horrible to catch them, and he can't even catch them, and Batley have got it back, and they'll start 10 away from the line.
What a kick that was.
Here's Batley then on the charge of the Bulldogs, 2 away from the line, as Gledhill waits at dummy half. Gledhill tries to pinch one, as White waits at dummy half. Goes to the left hand side to Meadows. Meadows goes on his own. Oh, Flynn was there, he's got it away to Woods. Chance for Manning, and Manning, oh, it should have gone. He had numbers on the outside.
Yeah, they had an overlap there out on the outside, and that pass should have gone.
It's Woods then drops it off to Michael Ward, and Ward tries to crawl along the floor. 5 away from the line. White at dummy half to Woods. Here is Meadows. Meadows goes on his own. Meadows for the line. He's a metre short. Dale Morton screaming for the ball on this right hand side. It's back with Woods. Goes for the crossfield kick. He's jumped from the field of play, and he's done really well to get back into the field of play, and Halifax have survived.
Thought that might have been a drop out there. Like you said, he did well to put the ball just over the line there to keep the ball in the field of play.
Jouffre, dummy half, gets it to Woodburn Hall. I think Batley, can't help feeling that Batley have left 4 points behind there, though, as Lachlan Walmsley now with the carry. It was that 4th tackle when...
Yeah, they had opportunity, didn't they, then?
Yeah. Jouffre at dummy half, he's wrapped up by Buchanan. Last tackle, not bad defensively from Halifax. Oh, mix up here, and I'm not sure he was the designated kicker. It's Kevin Leroy, and they're going to turn it over 30 away from their own line. Out
on the full, fantastic pressure there, though, from Batley.
Here's the drop again. Oh, they're horrible to take them.
It was spiralling, though, wasn't it? The minute it left his foot.
And I dip my hat to Zach McCoon for not giving the penalty for being offside as well.
Yeah.
But here come Batley from 30 out then with Flynn. White to that left-hand side to Meadows. Here is Woods. Woods gets it to Manning, and Manning tried to get the arm free but can't. 12 away from the line. Huge chance here then for the Bulldogs, as White to Gledhill, and Gledhill's picked Brandon Moore out there. Big man, little man, and Moore's done well with the help from a couple of the big boppers, as White at dummy half gets it to Woods. Just lost that little bit of momentum now, but Woods is to Meadows. Here is McGowan into the line, but that's been well read by Ben Tibbs. Hodson at dummy half to Meadows. Here is Flynn again, will straighten up. Last tackle, 5 away from the line, as White at dummy half goes to the left to Meadows. Here is Woods. Woods under pressure, can't get the kick away. It's a knock on. That's going to be play on as Adam Tangata tries to counter.
Yeah, really good pressure again there by Halifax for the kick, and Batley finished this game strong, and to come away and win this game, they really need to be crucial on that 5th tackle. They're not really pressuring Halifax into anything.
This is a really quick set from Halifax. 3 tackles gone, and they're at halfway already with Lachlan Walmsley as Inman at dummy half. Here is Zach McComb in off the wing to help out. There's more weights at dummy half. Goes to the right hand side. Oh, and that's just been flat drop from Inman. The Halifax just haven't come out composed this second half so far, Gemma.
No, they look depleted, don't they, when you see them there, and like you said, they've come out of this second half, and I thought they might have come out a bit stronger, but here it is. It's an easy pass, is that, to take. It's a bit high, but should have had that ball then.
As White from the base of the scrum then gets it to Josh Hodson, who's come out with no number on the back in this second half. It's White again at dummy half. Here is Gledhill. He's got through a ton of work so far in this game. Probably forced into playing a little bit longer by the fact they lost Lillicrop so early in the game, didn't they? So
yeah, 2 big head injuries there, and he's played out of his skin really, hasn't he? For a big guy, you know, forward, you usually see him play 10, 15 and off, having a bit of a break, but he's just kept going and plugging on. He's made some really good yardage for Batley.
Here's Michael Ward, spins, gets the offload back to Ben White. Here is Lucas Walshaw, looks to wind it up. Lucas Walshaw gets 15 away from the line. There's White at dummy half, gets it to Meadows. Meadows to Woods. Woods tips it on the ground again. Oh, it's been drawn, so that's a try. That is a try for Batley. It's come from a similar kind of kick to that last one, and Batley are in. I think it's Josh Woods that's stolen that one, and Batley are ahead for the first time this afternoon.
We were so critical in the first half of the kicking game, but it's Meadows here, fantastic pass out, and Woods, fantastic dribble along the floor, and it's just a really bad read there by Woodburn Hall, isn't it, along the floor, but fantastic play this by Batley, fantastic kick through, and yeah, it's just a mix up there with the Halifax Panthers players, and they'll be disappointed with that, because like we said before in the previous, it's a bit like the try we saw before. That ball should have gone dead, but play what's in front here, and great scramble defence there, attack, sorry, by the Batley side.
I think you'll find a few of those Bradford fans will be cheering Batley on. There's no love lost between Halifax and Bradford, is there?
And there's a party going on in that stand down there, I think.
And it's mostly Batley and Bradford fans who are in that end. As Meadows then, with the conversion attempt, sticks the flags up here at the LNER Community Stadium. Batley ahead for the first time this afternoon, then lead Halifax Panthers by 16 points to 12.
Yeah, it's fantastic kick through there. And he just completely misses it, doesn't he? He takes his eyes off the ball, does Woodburn Hall, and just drops that ball, and it's an easy finish for Batley.
We critical of the Batley kicking game that first half, weren't we, a little bit?
They've showed us up in this
and they've
second
showed
half.
us up, scored 2 tries from kicks, haven't they? So there you go. Shows what we know, doesn't it?
But like you said, it's the ball along the floor, and they've scored the tries off the ball on the floor, and such dangerous kicks of them because they bobble on the floor, and as a defender you don't know where they're going to end up, but they've scored off back of 2 of them, so yeah, great play.
White at dummy half. Here is Buchanan. As White waits at dummy half. Here's Gledhill again. He's mandatory carry per set at the moment.
I think he's done one every set, hasn't he? He's played out of his skin so far.
On that left-hand side, here is Meadows. Goes high. Tester here again for Woodburn Hall. Trapped in that corner, and Walshaw and Meadows chasing him. He's going to be able to get up there, and better kick. Jammed him in that corner, didn't they? Chase helped.
Yeah, better kick. It were a really good chase. I think it was Carl Wood, wasn't he, who led that there. Sorry, not Carl Wood. James Meadows that led it there for Batley, and they put him in the pressure and put him in the corner there.
Kyle Wood's out there now with ball in hand. Again, we've seen a change of hooker, and Kyle Wood brings so much difference to this Halifax side with his speed out of dummy half. Yeah,
he's elusive, isn't he? He's like you said, he's really quick from dummy half, and he sees the gaps behind the play of the ball and runs into him. So Halifax will be glad to have him on the pitch now.
As Jouffre on that last tackle, he's put it straight down the throat of Dale Morton though, and Morton will get to 10 short of halfway. Always had potential to be one of the games of the weekend, this, didn't it? And it's certainly living up to expectations.
It's been a game of 2 halves so far, hasn't it, really? Halifax were all in it, and they just seem to have dropped off the pace a bit.
And Adam Gledhill has gone for a breather, 56 minutes without a break. Martin Riley's back out there as White at dummy half gets it to Hodson. And a penalty for Batley. First one of that second half they've got.
Red. I'm not happy with that, are Halifax, are they? We'll see here.
He's dropped that for me.
Yeah, I think he's trying to get his hands out, isn't he, to offload the ball. They're unlucky there with Halifax.
Here is Lucas Walshaw. As White waits at dummy half, goes to the open side, and Martin Riley. And Riley is going to have to take on the workload that Adam Gledhill's given that Batley team so far. As White then to Meadows. Here is Woods. Woods gets it out to Buchanan. And Buchanan tries that second effort. He's 2 away from the line. It's back with Woods again. Riley on the drop-off. Has a wall of blue and white shirts in front of him. White into dummy half again. White goes on his own. Ben White! He's just short of the line. Last tackle. Riley at dummy half. Gets it to Woods. It's ended up on that wing with Elliot Keir. It's been dropped. But it's going to be an offside penalty. Somebody's inside the 10, and Halifax have dodged one there.
Yeah, they have. It was a really poor finish to that set there by Batley, and it's just a little knock on it. We'll see it here.
Yeah, but there's 1, 2, 3 in front.
Yeah, it's just a little knock on there, but like you said, they were offside anyway, and they'll be lucky there of Halifax, I think.
And that's absolutely criminal. They've not found touch from that penalty from Louis Jouffre, and Simon Griggs will be going spare.
Like you said, it's absolutely criminal not to get the ball into touch. You know, I get players are going for field position, but just get it into touch, you're going to get the ball back. You know, you're giving yourself the ball, but yeah, you'll be disappointed with that.
As Riley then tips it up to Niall Flynn. 30 away from the line. As White at dummy half goes to the left to Meadows. Meadows drops the shoulder and tries to go, but it's good cover from Tom Inman. White at dummy half again to Woods. Drops it off to Manning, and Dame Manning, how he'd love to get another one against his former club. It's White then to Woods. Plenty of movement. Here's Meadows. Meadows was in the middle of dropping the ball, and it's been ruled a knock on, and Halifax have escaped.
Yeah, we're just about to say Meadows has been involved with everything this afternoon. I think that's the first thing that he's done wrong really in this game. He's dropped that ball, but he already saw the defender there. I think it were Carl Wood that were coming towards him, and you've got to just play the ball, haven't you? You can't look at the people running at you. You've just got to get the ball and run.
Zach McComb then with that first carry. Ball's come out, and I think it's going to be a penalty. It is. Don't think Louis Jouffre will be going for as much distance this time. And that's gone.
Yeah.
It's 10 rows back.
That's what you want though. Just get the ball out and get the ball back.
As Tangata finds Jouffre. And it's the first time we've seen Halifax down here today, as Brandon Moore to Laroyer. Poor pass. Woodburn Hall though collects, and Woodburn Hall's found a gap. Woodburn Hall's found the break. Woodburn Hall needs support. Has he got it? He has. From Mason. Mason is held a metre short of the line. Can Batley get back there? They can. Tangata too slow at play the ball. Went for the offload. No, he managed to hang on. They're frantically waving for this ball here, and that's going to be a penalty. You can't reach around the ruck like that and knock the ball down.
I think you were trying to back the ball out in here, but you can't do that as a defender, because to give a penalty away here when they're
not square.
10 metres out.
It's allowed them to get the defence reset though.
Yeah.
They're going to be under pressure though, as Laroyer with the carry. Moore at dummy half to Wood. Wood gets it away. to Ryan Lannon, and Lannon's held a couple away from the line. Walmsley at dummy half, back to Wood. Here's Laroyer again, good tackle Michael Ward, that's textbook. There's Moore again at dummy half, goes to the right to Wood, Jouffre, quick hands, been put down. Batley survive, and Ben White will get them back upfield, and I think they overplayed that a little bit then, didn't they?
Yeah, I think he just overran that there, didn't he? They'd already had the sights set on to think that they were going to score a try then, but if they'd have just played what were in front of them and taken the tackle there, I think they might have had a bit of an overlap going on the other side of the field, and quick play of the ball there, and they could have been over for a try.
George Senior, who's just got out there with that carry. Here is Josh Hodgson, wearing no shirt number. As Kia in from dummy half, looked high, and it's going to be given. Second penalty of the half for the Batley Bulldogs. James Feller just going to...
A little bit of afters there.
Yeah, with Ryan Lannon, nothing too serious I don't think. And Elliot Kira, a fireman through the day these days, since going part-time. As Lucas Walshaw then with the first carry of this set for Batley. Great run, great run, great after contact meters. 5 or 10 after 10 there after contact. As Blake is back out there, Meadows to Woods. Woods floats it over the top to Kia. Kia can't bring it in. It's gone forwards anyway, and Batley have turned it over. Second tackle.
Yeah, they'll be disappointed with Batley here. They said it earlier on, Halifax have just done it to the other side. They've just overplayed this ball, and it's not the bestest of passes, and it's really hard for the winger to try and pick a ball out of the air like that, especially when it's just a pass. They'll be disappointed that they didn't come away with anything from that from Batley.
So Halifax then with this scrum. .50 left on the official game clock, so we're more or less in sync with our time as Walmsley almost gets through. That could have only ended one way if he'd have got clear there. Dan Murray's back out there now for Halifax as well. As Moore waits at dummy half. Laroyer. Moore at dummy half, goes to the right hand side to Jouffre. Here's Woodburn Hall into the line, and Woodburn Hall tries to stick the head down, but Senior does well to bring him to ground. It's Mason to Jouffre, needs a runner, out the back finds Wood. Here is Brandon Moore, gets it to Tibb. Tibb steps back in field, gets no change though from Walshaw. On the last tackle to this left-hand side with Wood. Wood under heavy traffic gets the kick away, and that's well taken by Dale Morton. Needs to get back in the field of play and does. It's good kick pressure that, wasn't it, Gemma? Yeah,
really good kick pressure. You don't see it as much now in this game, but a little dink over the top, and it puts your defenders in a lot of pressure, and it were a decent kick chase as well by Halifax. And to be fair, I thought they actually spilled the ball, did Batley then, but they kept well to keep hold of it.
Here is Elliot Kia, who straightens up and gets 10 short of halfway. Blake at dummy half, back to Ben White inside the 40, looking for a 40-20, and it's bounced and then gone into touch. It's finished just short, to be fair, so it will be Halifax ball. Lachlan Walmsley seemed to indicate he thought it went out on the full.
Yeah, it was very close to the line, but
here we go, we'll get a look at it now. No, it's landed in the field of play. No, it's a good call from Tara Jones.
Yeah, a good call. She was stood there ready, wasn't she, and she saw that, but Halifax thought that went out on the full, but great kick.
Fairbank to Wood to Lannon. It's Brandon Moore at dummy half, gets it Down this left-hand side with Woodburn Hall. Walmsley goes on his own. Lachlan Walmsley only needs half a gap. He's got that half a gap, and he's got pace to burn as Lachlan Walmsley. One to beat. Good tackle from Aidan McGowan. Chance here then for the Panthers as Wood goes to the right to Jouffre. Great tackle. Great tackle from Senior. And Batley have got it back. I think there's 2 knock-ons. He's given a knock-on against Batley here.
Great run in, wasn't it? Yeah. Fantastic run, breaks the line there. It's just a shame there were no one on his shoulder there, because
he's too quick for him, Gemma.
Yeah, he is.
So Halifax have loaded this left-hand side as more then to Louis Jouffre. Floats the pass out to Walmsley, and Walmsley gets no change from Dale Morton. Woodburn Hall at dummy half. Gets it in field to Jouffre. Here is Laroyer on the charge. There's more waits at dummy half. To the right to Kyle Wood. Here is Jouffre again, and Jouffre wrapped up well by Buchanan. Moore at dummy half. Collects one-handed. They've got numbers this side. Here is Mason. Mason is 5 away from that line. Big chance here then for the Panthers. It's back with Wood to Murray. Good read from Lucas Walshaw. Last tackle as Moore to Jouffre. Jouffre finds Tibb. Tibb drops it onto the floor, and Batley will take that all day, won't they?
Yeah, I think Halifax will be disappointed with that. They didn't really play the ball that quickly, and they really had Batley on the back foot there. And I think a few more, if they had played the ball a bit quicker, they might have been over at whitewash there.
But Batley then need to bring this ball away from deep inside their own half. Dale Morton with the carry. Blake at dummy half. Here's Martin Riley. Takes 4 Halifax defenders to bring him to ground. As Blake waits at dummy half. Goes to that left-hand side. He's back out. There is Adam Gledhill. Didn't have that long on the bench, did he?
Quick breather and refuel with some liquid, and he's back out there, isn't he, putting a stint in for Batley.
Meadows with the kick. It's not the best. It's going to bounce nicely for Lachlan Walmsley, and Walmsley sets off back in field. He's got Morton and Hodgson there with him. It's getting very set for set, getting a bit edgy here now at the LNER, isn't it, Gemma?
Yeah, it is. We've got, just under 10 minutes to go, and there's 4 points in here. That's not even a converted try, is it? It's going to be set up to be a good ending to this game.
I've seen 2 draws already this weekend in other competitions, as Moore at dummy half goes to the right to Jouffre. It gets it to Woodburn Hall. Well, I'll say we've seen 2 games finish level after 80 minutes, but that gives it away then, doesn't it? As Jouffre to Brandon Moore, drops it off to Murray. Last tackle for Halifax. Louis Jouffre sticks the hand in the air, then switches the direction to the right-hand side and goes for the little dink over the top, and that's well taken by Luke Blake, and Batley survive again.
Yeah, he read that really well, did Luke Blake. Then you saw the little tip over the top, and to turn your body, catch the ball, and then to turn around to try and go the other way is fantastic. Batley will be putting some forward runs in here to get a bit of yardage upfield, and they're wanting to get a bit further upfield and make some points off it.
Turn into a bit more of a back set at the moment as Josh Hodgson with this carry. Here's Elliot Keir now in off the wing, just letting those forwards after. Oh, big hit, but they've got it away to Riley, and Riley crosses halfway. Martin Riley. Oh, there was an offload there, maybe. It's Blake at dummy half on the last tackle. Goes to that left-hand side to Woods, and Woods just drops it round the back of Zach McComb, and McComb gets it to Woodburn Hall, and Woodburn Hall is chopped to ground. Good chase from the Bulldogs.
Yeah, good chase, and it's been night and day, hasn't it, with this kicking game for both teams, and a better kick there, and just holds the player in their 10, and got a lot of work of Halifax to do now to get to the other side of this pitch.
As Wood at dummy half then gets it to Ryan Lannon. Walmsley at dummy half goes on his own and loses his footing on what is an excellent surface here at the LNER Community Stadium. Hats off to the ground staff here as Mason gets it to McComb on that right hand side. Ball's just flung back in field. It's landed in blue and white hands though, as here's Will Colcott back off the bench. Last tackle for Halifax to this left-hand side to Wood. Wood just drops it over the back of Morton. That's going to find the sideline. It's going to be a 7-tackle set for the Bulldogs, and that'll let them take another minute off the clock.
They were unlucky with that kick again. Another clever kick into the corner, and it just went the wrong side of the flag there, didn't it, for Halifax? But yeah, kicking game's been a lot better in this second half than it was in the first 40.
As Batley then with a 7-tackle set. As Morton gets in off the wing. Blake at dummy half to Hodson. It's Blake at dummy half to Ben White. And Batley are inside Halifax territory again. 6.5 minutes left on the game clock. It's Blake then to Riley, and Riley gets through the first challenge and gets a couple after first contact.
You can really see now who's trying to attack and who's trying to defend this game. You've got Batley that are up by 4 points, and you'll see it when they're attacking the ball. They're not as staggered as Halifax are. If you watch Halifax when they're coming forward with the ball, they're all quite back a bit and they're all staggered in the line. And Batley are very much quite flat, just a forward runner, because they just want to win this game now and take this game to the end.
It gives them a chance to reset the defence by kicking the ball off the pitch like that, doesn't it? They're trying to manage the game a little bit here now, Batley, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. Like I said, they just want to defend this game out now, and you know, they're in front, they don't have to score, they just need to defend Halifax out of that, but they're not going to give up that easy, Halifax here.
5.5 minutes left. Is there a late twist here at the Bash? As Ryan Lannon then with this carry. As Moore at dummy half to Wood. Hit Jouffre, Woodburn Hall into the line. Here's Mason. Needs to hang on as Woodburn Hall jumps into dummy half. Colcott to Murray. Last tackle. As Moore at dummy half gets it to Jouffre. Everybody's offside for me, this left-hand side. And it's well taken by Aidan McGowan. He's had a really good game at fullback today.
Yeah, he has. He's been outstanding. And like you said, I think they all knew they were offside there. There were no kick pressure really on him. But it's just that attacking side again from Halifax. They're set up to attack the ball, and you'll see it here now with Batley. They'll just run the ball in and just take easy settlers into the middle of the park.
It's almost time for you to be thinking of your Betfred player of the match, Gemma, as well, as we get to 4.5 minutes away from the end of this game. Here is Hodson. As Blake waits at dummy half, gets it to Meadows. Here is Kieran Buchanan, gets over halfway. Last tackle. It's heading off the island, this, isn't it? It's back with Woods. He's going to go high this time. Tester here for McComb. McComb's taking it at the second attempt. Oh, hearts in the mouth of those Halifax players there.
Yeah, and the fans, you could hear them, couldn't you then? They were fantastic there.
As Woodburn Hall then with the carry. Here come Halifax again, offload. It's getting desperate now as Fairbank to Murray. 3.5 minutes to go. Fairbank There's more at dummy half. To this left-hand side to Kyle Wood. Pops it up to Ryan Lannon. Lannon's pops it out the back. And it's ended up in the hands of Lucas Walshaw. Here's a chance for the big man. Lucas Walshaw's only got Kyle Wood to beat. Tries to get the fend on. Great cover back from Kyle Wood. Hodson at dummy half. Gets it to Meadows. Meadows to the fullback McGowan. Aidan McGowan's put to ground 10 away from the line. Here's Meadows, drops it off to Riley. Time is the friend of the Batley Bulldogs in this circumstance now. As Gledhill goes from dummy half. Adam Gledhill is held right on the line.
I want to spin this ball out wide here.
Blake waits at dummy half. Blake tries to steal one from dummy half. Waste of a tackle. Last one. As Martin Riley waits at dummy half. Ginoy gets it to White. Here we go. Here's the chance out the back. And that's the ball game. And it's James Meadows with the try. And Batley, with just over 2 minutes left, are going to get the win here this afternoon. Great work on that last tackle. Ben White pushes Martin Riley out of the way.
Yeah.
Gets that ball to the left. Woods pops it up to Senior. What a pass from Senior to James Meadows. And Batley are winning this one, Gemma.
Fantastic. He saw something here, didn't he? Look, he pushed the player out of the way. He pushed the player out of the way, and it's just a quick pass and fantastic and great finish by James Meadows there. They've been good with these flick passes today, both these teams.
Superb from Senior, that wasn't it? And Meadows is the man who gets over the line.
Great stuff, fantastic try from that Batley side there. A really well worked team try. And James Meadows there finishes it off just in the corner. He'll be taking this kick, won't he?
He is taking this kick, and he's in no rush. We're in the last minute. The clock will stop after a minute after the try. But the first 20 minutes all Halifax. Since then it's been pretty much Batley all the way, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has been. I thought in that second half, I thought Halifax might have come out with a bit more fire in the warring bits, but you've got to be consistent when it's such a tight game like this, and they've shown bits of stuff where they've had a bit of fire in them and then they've just dropped off. But you know, full credit to Batley, they've just worked, haven't they? You know, that first 20 minutes weren't theirs, and like you said, it were all Halifax, and Batley have just come out and said, now we're having this game today and we're having this win.
Batley will jump to third in the Betfred Championship with this win there this afternoon. Here is James Meadows then with the conversion attempt. He's missed it, pushed it over the face of the post. Time off called. We're inside the last 5 minutes, 37 seconds left. But Batley lead by 20 points to 12. And there is your Betfred player of the match, Gemma.
Yeah, I think he's been outstanding as James Meadows since he's come on the pitch. He's just really orchestrated this Batley side, hasn't he? He's been involved in just about everything. He deserves that try he's just scored. But yeah, he's my player of the match. I think he's been outstanding. He's really run this Batley side around.
And his introduction changed this game.
Yeah, it did, definitely. You know, they were a bit lacklustre with Batley before he came on. And yeah, he's been outstanding so far.
Ball's gone out on the full from the kick-off. 20 seconds left. They're in no rush, they're looking at the clock.
They'll be happy with this. Batley, like you said, they were nowhere in the first 20 minutes, and they've just orchestrated this. They're
going to go for goal. There is the full-time siren. It's pinched an inch. I know he's been told by James Miller to get that ball back on the line. Nice try.
If it had been a white team, he might have got away with that.
Yeah, because it had been, on the pitch markings, yeah. But what a stunning second half comeback from the Batley Bulldogs. 12 points to 0 down inside the opening 20 minutes. and they've dug deep of the Dogs, and in the end of the day, fully deserved these 2 points.
Yeah, they have been. They've outnumbered Halifax really in this second half, and yeah, fantastic team performance. And
it's going to drop short. I don't know what Halifax are going to do here with James Woodburn-Hall. Is he just going to take the tackle? 8-point game. There's not a lot they can do here with McComb, and McComb says no, that's enough. As James Vella blows the full-time whistle here, and Batley up to third in the Betfred Championship with this victory here by 20 points to 12 against Halifax this afternoon. James Meadows, our Betfred player of the match. Well done the Dogs, that's all we can say.
Yeah, they were outstanding, you know, and that when James Meadows came on the pitch, he's completely changed the outlook of this game. And you could see him earlier on in the first half, you know, trying to rile each other up, say, you know, come on, we've got to win this game, and they really took it to facts in that second half, especially. And it were all about Batley, really, wasn't it, that last 40 minutes?
So Batley with the money here this afternoon. Here's the tries again from this. So here's the tries from the game again. This was a great break from Louis Jouffre, wasn't it?
Yeah, and I think
the pass.
I think if the scoreline had been the other way, he could have potentially been the player of the match, because he were really good for Halifax. He was probably one of their best players, but it's just this pass. Both them first tries, the flick pass were fantastic. It's hard enough to do, hard enough to say as well, but yeah, they were really good in that first half for Halifax. But Batley just came back, didn't they? He just kept battling with him.
This was the one. Here was the run from McGowan that made that extra man. It just caused confusion in the Halifax defence, doesn't it?
Yeah, you can see there. You just saw the way he came out. Yeah, like you said, he bought it. He came out, didn't he? And that destroys your defensive line. But it's such a hard ball to read, because if you go out and you get your player, you're the hero. But if you go out and you miss the player, you're the villain. So. And
then James Woodburn-Hall has a nightmare with 2 kicks.
Yeah, he does there, and it were outstanding, really, wasn't it, before these 2 mistakes, really. And the game changes these, though. They changed the game and they changed the outlook on the way the game went. And like we said, that ball should have gone dead from there. From both of these tries, it should have gone dead.
And here's the final try. Great work from George Senior in the build-up to this one. And James Meadows, the man who gets that final try and sparks some wild celebrations for those Batley Bulldog fans in that northern stand here. There's Craig Lingard. He's got no shoes on, as ever, Craig Lingard. He's a character, isn't he?
Yeah, he is, isn't he? Look at him out there. They're absolutely buzzing at this Batley side, and it were a full 80 minutes, wasn't it? You know, both sides left everything out on this pitch, and Batley deserved the win today. They were outstanding.
There we are. There's Craig Lingard. No shoe. He doesn't like wearing shoes, Craig Lingard.
He looks like he's on holiday in Algarve somewhere, doesn't he?
I wish I was in the Algarve, Gemma. So that's game 7 done here at the Summer Bash. To follow Dave Parkinson, Paul Cook, with the big Bradford showdown. Keighley against Bradford. That's going to be an absolute belter. But it's Batley who've got the money here in game 7. They've won by 20 points to 12. Congratulations to the Bulldogs. They've got the 2 points. Gemma, thanks very much for your company. Thanks to everybody who's joined us here in our league. Stay with us, don't forget. Keighley Bradford still to come from us now. Thank you and good afternoon.